Hello and welcome! Silrace here with Build Showcase. Build on your screen right there. Pause the video if you wish to copy the exact main components, also listed in the description below. Commando 2D variant. Note, at the time of recording these games I have finished mastering, pilot skill wise, the Commando 2D. So if you don't yet have basic and elite pilot skills, you will see less performance from this particular build. And also note that no modules at all were in use for these games, so if you have the modules for the build, then you're obviously going to see a performance increase as well. Now, way back when I actually mastered the pilot skills on the Commando 2D, this mech didn't even have an ECM slot yet. Now it still actually has an ECM slot, but it is the slowest Commando. It has the, well, engine rating cap of 210 at the time of making this video. Never know if they change that at sometime in the future or whatever. So there is that. But these days, this is, if you wanna play a Commando, this is probably the Commando variant to play. This was the Death Knell, because, well, this one has ECM and the Death Knell has, well, 240 rating engine and 4 energy hard points. This one only has 1 energy hard point and is essentially lacking on the hard point front to really put guns on it. You have to make sacrifices because the ECM weighs a whole lot. And it's a 25-ton mech, especially 25-ton mech with no jump jets even. So, you don't see many Commandos. For me though, the Commando is still the mech where I go into the mech and I always feel at home. Before the stats were even tracked in this game, like how many games you were playing and so on, I think I rocked something like 1,000 games across the Commando variant, simply because I was a dedicated light pilot and I really loved Commando. I don't know why, it just clicked with me, I just really enjoyed it. And this is what I used to do when they added the ECM for the first time onto the Commando 2D. I would just hang around with all the big boys, and it's still what I do. I just hang around with all the big boys and provide ECM cover. Granted, these days the ECM cover, the bubble around, ECM bubble as it's usually called, is only 90 meters, but when your team is this clumped, this clustered, I can easily give the ECM cover to multiple mechs. So, that is nice, right? That is nice. Grim Plexus is obviously the map, mostly known for mid to longish range engagements, but it allows for quite a bit of poking and whatnot. And this is not necessarily a fight I want to take, but since I have a friendly also chasing the Firestarter, I'm going to go for it, because this mech isn't really equipped to fight other lights. It has 2 SRM4s. Which is mostly for killing big things. So as you could see there, I wasted very little SRM ammo and mostly used the medium laser. That's essentially what you wanna do. If an actual light mech, really, you know, actual light mech which is built for hunting other lights comes for you, just run away if you are alone. Just join up with your team. Pull it or drag it to the team. Let your team help sort it out with you. Just don't duel 1 versus 1 against things like fire starters or generators and whatnot. Maybe an oxide, possibly, maybe, but that is even still a maybe, right? So, and well, there is the other one you can try to duel, which is the urban mech, which is why kind of tempted to go, but of course there is a little too many enemies here. So, well, and there is a light mech chasing me around, as you can see. It's like Pirate Pain. That is one of those mechs which you don't, I mean, it's weight less than you do, but you don't really want to try to solo it, like at all. You're just poking at things. Warhammer, alright, that is a big target to put these SRM4s to work on, and I'm going to do that, but I am kind of alone here, so it's time to go elsewhere. Now go and poke at this urban mech with some weapons. Note that you only have, in this build I have here, 1.5 tons of SRM ammo. That means that the SRM4s don't have a lot of shots to go with them. So, of course, if you have to tank a bunch of enemies, like is happening here, then you probably won't last long enough to lose all of the ammo in firing into enemies. But you have the speed to group up with your team, which is what I'm doing here. Like, I figured everybody is focusing me on that side, so I'm gonna go help the team mop up the other side.
Target destroyed.
And the other side is mopped up, basically without me, but still, I mean, okay, there is somebody still hanging around here. And I did lose the other arm.
Acquired.
And that's what can happen in a Commando. You can lose parts very rapidly. And one reason when you play light mechs, fast light mechs specifically, you need to try and be very erratic in your movements, because otherwise you are going to have a hard time actually, you know, surviving. If you move in a predictable fashion, run an exact circle against an enemy or around an enemy or whatever, then you are likely going to be destroyed in a very short order. Somebody's going to put a big bullet in your head, the size of your mech, like an AC-20 shot or something such. And also don't get shot by friendlies in the back when charging in like that. As you saw, I was doing a straight line. I knew which side the enemies, or not enemies, but the friendlies were on of me. And right now we are winning with such big numbers that I'm willing to chase a pirate bane. Otherwise, like I mentioned, not really a good idea to try to solo other light mechs. Still using that medium laser the most. It's the one gun I really want to save. Of course, the pirate bane wants to kill me because I'm one of the few mechs it can definitely kill at this point in the game. That's fine. Put some more firepower into it and run away into the distance. Let's move on to the next game. From the alien landscapes of the grim plexus to the more Earth-like, more Terra-like place that is Canyon Network. Game mode is also very different here. Conquest actually works fairly well for a Commando because you are fast, well, not as fast as all some other lights and not as fast as the other Commando variants, but this one also carries an ECM, so can try to hide. And also is small enough to hide behind one of these things, like almost entirely. Conquest makes for a nice game mode from that point of view. And let's get out of here. It's like, don't wanna hang around, don't wanna take all of the firepower from those big things. And also note that I don't cherry pick the best games to show in these particular build showcases. Because I want to show games which show the strengths and weaknesses of the build, not the best possible games. Of course, two large pulse laser Panther is not the best possible target. In general, these are not very good targets for me. These are the light mechs and the Panther is kind of chasing me. But I have this many friendly lights to join up with me and only a couple enemies. So I'm definitely going to help out these friendlies here, and especially if for some odd reason a Raven stands completely still. So obviously going to then help out the folks with these lights, but it's frankly a little too many enemy lights right now. So let's pull back a little bit and do a you know, medium range. Well, there is no medium range really for this particular mech, but a little bit of a range distance between ourselves and them, and do some supporting fire with that medium laser, because the only gun where you can consistently hit a fast moving light mech with. Then when you have a Raven standing still, of course you can try to put in the actual you know, SRM fire as well. And Kid Fox is slow enough moving mech that you can try with the SRMs. Of course I missed there when I was talking about it, but you can definitely try. Now they are running away, and there is no way to, you know, escape in a kit box when you have light chasing you. So, well, stay around kit box, and kit box has just PPC left, and no reason to waste any more SRM ammo. Wait and waste any more SRM ammo. So as you can see from the first game, this build is not a damage monster, especially when you get a game like that one. A lot of mechs look at the Commando as a sort of a snack and stop doing whatever it is they were doing to try and shoot you. Because like, oh, it's a Commando, it's easy to kill. So, while one reason why I mentioned the moving erratically thing, but also look at this. It's like, whatever else it was shooting at, stopped shooting at the other things and decided to start shooting at me because I am the Commando. And also, the lack of jump jets means I cannot, well, jump up the hill, and I have things essentially chasing me. I can kind of count on things to chase me. Came across the other Commando there, and when I was face-hugging it, I fired the SRMs at it. That is one thing you can do with another light mech when you get really close to them. Now there is a whole lot of teammates here, so let's go join them. Like, do things with your movement. You are fast. You are fast. Not as fast as some other lights, granted, like mentioned, but you are still fast. So do stuff with your movement. And beat targets like assault mechs, like the Mauler there. Very, very good target for your SRMs. You know, when you get in range, just pour those SRM shots in and so forth. And that Raven is a stick, no reason to waste any more shots at it. There is lots of big targets here though, and I don't wanna be alpha strike by one of them. And there, did you see that? Like, oh, it's a Commando, let's just fire large lasers at the Commando. So yeah, one of those things. And gonna go around. Don't poke from where the rest of your team is poking from. And oh, okay, that is too many. That is too many. Let's pull back. Pull back. We are kind of stuck in this corner now, unfortunately, with enemies closing from all sides. Unfortunate course of action, but let's move and see if we can still get something done here in this particular game before team gets mopped up and destroyed. Could obviously go for bases, that's what we could do, or could go for kills on things like Mauler, because Mauler is, well, kind of an easier target to get all these SRM shots into in one go. And that would be kind of nifty to add to the repertoire. And there you go. New target right? Acquired. Of course, a lot of enemies here basically lost the game by now. I mean, lots of enemies are alive, very few friendlies are alive. And this mech simply does not carry enough SRM ammo to really carry the game when it comes to a situation like this. It's one of the weaknesses of the build. Like, if you look at it, I am down to 10 shots and I lost my medium laser, so that basically seals the game. I simply do not have enough damage carried around to actually win the game. So, and of course the Medusa is about to kill me, so thank you very much for watching.